Self-development is useless if you're not doing it right. In this video, I'll prepare you to doing it properly. Let's start with what self-development is and why we do it. Self-development is something we do to be better in the things that make up our lives. And that's what happens when everything is done right. But how to do it? First, concretize what you want to do. Get in your helicopter, take off, look down, and see where you are, where you want to go, who it is you want to be. Then ask yourself, what do I need to do to get there? What skills do I need to gain? No matter what altitude you look from, one can't usually see everything needed. You'll only see one or two things, and this may demotivate you, like, is that all? Will I learn only two things throughout my whole career? You're motivated. You've heard about self-development, you have heard of at least names of hundreds of things that you can master and want to know all of them. These are wonderful, these feelings, but they may lead one into the abyss. It's necessary to act strategically. You don't need more than 80% of those things you've heard of and got excited about. You won't ever need. Don't worry about the list being short. It'll get longer in time, regardless of your goal. Once you got the initial answers to your question, get down and start developing yourself in accordance with the answers you got. After advancing for some time, thoroughly analyze what you've experienced, the environment you're in, and ask that question again. Am I doing everything right? Am I on the right path? Am I learning the right things? What else do I need to learn? Now, the answers will be more and more mature. You will discover new things to learn and new skills to gain on your way to your goal. Necessary skills. Now let's see how these necessary skills are discovered. In a schoolboy's example. Tomorrow is the first day of school. He thinks that the only job he has to do is to go to school with his parent and back. There is nothing to learn. When he analyzes his day at the end of it, he finds out that his school bag is too loaded. His handwriting isn't good. No topics to talk about with his classmates, and etc. He discovers at least 3 problems in first day's observation. He thinks, how can I solve these problems? Too many things in the school bag. He learns to organize it. This gives him the idea of organizing the other things that make up his life too. He does it with his room, his bookshelf, his desk, everything. Seeing his handwriting is bad, he watches a few videos on beautifying it and discovers calligraphy. Learns to draw the letters. And to have interesting topics to share with his classmates, he starts to learn a new little thing a day every day. To work on his self-development without even knowing its name. Regardless of your field, the list of the things to learn is quite long. So long that when you try to learn them, they will take all of your free time. You won't even have a second left to waste on unnecessary things. Just keep analyzing what you experience and ask that magical, what skills do I need to gain? What do I need to learn to be better at this particular thing? Question. If you don't, if you spend all of your time binge watching self-development videos on YouTube, after a while, when you start questioning your progress, you'll have this, I watch all these videos, learn new things, but where's the progress? Frustration. And it will soon turn into the firm idea of self-development is a lie, if it hasn't yet. It's like learning the words that you're never going to use when starting to learn a new language. Even if you know 10,000 of them, you don't feel you're learning. First, you develop the "I don't feel any progress" frustration. And then it gives way to the idea of "I am not able to learn languages." If you've been watching YouTube videos for a while now, if there are channels that you follow regularly, wait for the minute they drop a new one. If you've just filled your shelves or Kindle with new books, no matter how logical or correct, resetting everything and starting to seek the essentials sounds, it may make you feel weak. That's normal. It'll wear off. All these videos, these books, repeat this incomplete idea of you have to read, you have to watch. If you ever stop, this will be your end. So much that sooner or later your mind gets infected. You can't detach yourself from them. Reading and watching is important. That's right. But only what's necessary. And there is one more thing that's more important. Remembering the things that you have learned. In the next video, I will talk about how you can permanently remember whatever you learn and will give you the formula for remembering anything eternally. If you want to get notified as soon as the new video is out, subscribe to my channel and turn on that notification bell. YouTube will let you know as soon as a new video is published. 10 years ago, I returned from military with a long list in my hand. Films, documentaries, books, series. I would complain all the day. A year of my life just got wasted in the army. Will I live long enough to watch and read all of these? Then I met a librarian. With the referral of my army mate, by the way. Man had been reading books for 40 years. Thousands of them. Our conversation was short, but very productive. Told him, I have this long list. I want to watch and read every one of them, but I don't know which one to start with. He smiled, went behind his desk, and spoke the most beneficial sentences I have ever heard. You don't need to know everything. You only need to know what you need. And what you need will give you everything you need.